Hi, everyone. My name is Tammy, and I work on the issue of hoarding. And today I want to talk about the idea of boundaries and how important and valuable they can be. And I think of boundaries in terms of a fence, that good fences make good neighbors, good boundaries make better relationships. And when I talk about boundaries, I mean that you need to know what you accept and tolerate, and you need to know how to deflect if there's something going on that you don't agree with. And I'm going to use an example from when I was younger. I was a youth that lived in a hoarded home, and I was fortunate enough to have my own bedroom. And what I decided was that no one else's stuff could come in my room. And so I insisted that no one bring their boxes or toys or items or camping gear, none of it could come in my room. And so when I reflect on that now, what I realize is that subconsciously, I think I had figured out that clutter gave me anxiety. And so I was able to create a space as a teenager where that clutter was not allowed to be. And so I think for me, that was really important to have that space. And I was able to come out of that space, interact with my family, my brother, and then go back to my space. And that was where I was able to do homework. I could sleep and get away from any arguments or discussions about stuff or any of that. So for me, that was a boundary where this is my room and your stuff's not coming in here. And I think it's important, especially right now, as we are all in confined spaces in general. Maybe we're not used to that. And I think it can be important to find boundaries. Like maybe it is that you're able to go to the bathroom by yourself. You don't let the kid in, you don't bring the dog. You can shut the door and have 5 minutes to use the bathroom, or maybe that allows you to take a shower in peace. And if you have other people in your house, maybe they can watch the kids for a few minutes so that you have time. If your kids are a little older, you might be able to set some boundaries around, for the next hour, it's going to be quiet time. I need you to read a book and, sit quietly and draw your art or something like that, so that you are allowing them to be creative, but giving yourself a little bit of space if possible. Um, if you're able to go outside at all in your yard, or socially distancing yourself, taking a walk, that could be a good way to reset your mindset, as well as get you out from, a contained or confined space. If you aren't able to do that, maybe there's another room in the house where you could go work for a little bit, or maybe you have a different workstation that you could use to write versus a different workstation where you're going to do your live stream or your webinar. So finding ways to, I think, define different work spots can help. Maybe a room with a door if you need it to be quiet, and just figuring out in what ways can you help have a healthy boundary right now when you're working in a real confined space, or there's a lot of people that you're not used to having around during your workday. It can be helpful, but just determining what you can tolerate and what you won't can be a really helpful exercise, even if you're not dealing with the things we are right now. So anyway, just my thoughts around boundaries, and just remember that having some good boundaries in place can help you maintain your peace of mind, as well as help other people know what the expectations you have um, of their behavior and what you need from them. All right, that's it for the moment. Thank you.